What is up, everyone? So, last video, I told you guys that I'm putting my K inside the S14 Kooky, Kowky, Koki, whatever you guys want to call it, my 240SX. So, today, the big goal is to get the clutch and flywheel on, the adapter plate, and then the trans, finalize it all so I could put it in and it could stay in. Because before, I just had the plate on with the trans on for mock-up purposes. Eh? What do you think?
This is a way better option.
I think so.
I'm pretty sure you guys probably agree, but the S15 deserves to be an S15.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I kind of get what you're saying, but yeah. So, since this kind of came out of nowhere, I forgot that I was forgetting a couple pieces. And well, the last couple, I've been running around all freaking morning trying to find these things. The last thing I need is the little ZF nipple, as I like to call it. This thing right here. This is basically what the clutch fork kind of pivots on. They come plastic from the factory, so you got to replace that.
It's the pivot ball.
The pivot ball.
Yeah, I think that's what they call it.
Yeah, that's the technical term.
And you got a clip, that's good.
Oh yeah, I took that off your
It's not destroy. Oh, you son of a...
This is also yours. Oh, you're gonna get a brand new one. I'm gonna get the old one, don't worry. Once you install them, you can't really you kind of ruin them taking them out, so I can't steal Brian's pivot ball. So, my homeboys down at Stay Gold have one, so we're gonna take the hike up there, give them a visit, see what they're up to, and steal some of their parts.
Heck yeah.
What do you have here, though?
So I got, people were commenting this. I knew I needed it, especially with the big cam and especially drifting. But I got all new upgraded rocker arms with upgraded trunnion bearings. Yeah, we got head gaskets. We got
You're doing it all.
arms. We got adjustable cam gear. So JP can degree this thing.
I'll go drop her off probably tonight or tomorrow.
I know a lot of guys have like concerns about oiling too. That's why I got the Melling oil pump. And then on top of that, I probably will go to an AccuSump at some point.
Or at some point, but until then,
We're gonna get it in.
You guys will see. We got it under control.
Trust us a little bit.
Just trying to, watch our back for us.
No, we appreciate that, but also, we're not idiots.
Many minutes later.
Oh man. What kind of nonsense is this? What's up?
Oh my God! Jesus! Give me a heart attack.
I'm sorry. How'd it wake you up? How are you?
Good. Yeah, you're here because you're trying to put a transmission in and you don't have a...
No, I just came to see you actually. But that's
really?
yeah, I need that too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good.
Let's find it. It's in one of these piles here somewhere.
Dude, this is a full-blown disaster.
What is happening?
Picture the Titanic, and this is like 10 notches past that.
What is going... What?
This is my car is not starting after the rebuild. It came like this.
Interesting.
Yes.
Subarus. You asked for this.
Yeah, I did. Now it's too late to back out.
Oh my God. First off, how did I not notice this?
Oh, this?
Bro, this is insane. It's hard to tell inside right here, but do you see how... Oh my God. This kit is... What did you add? Like...
70 millimeters?
That's a lot of girth.
I wish I could have added 70.
This thing made 950 horsepower, so... 933. All right, I'm rounding up, so I guess it needs it. God damn, that looks cool. Maybe we can get them to lower a little bit, though. What are you doing back there? Oh, you're knocking it out of a transmission?
Yeah.
Oh.
What, you thought we just had one on the shelf?
Yeah.
Oh, no. For you, you get a used one.
Right. Thank you. So this little thing almost ruined the whole day.
Yeah, but Stay Gold Performance saved it.
So this little piece, hopefully this is the only thing we need left. We're gonna find out. Once we start putting together, we'll see if we need anything else. That's probably like one of the hardest parts about like the automotive vlogging is there's so many small pieces to put a car together. The littlest pieces can ruin your entire day, which screws up the whole video, which then puts you off a few days and then screws everything up, especially when you're trying to source all this stuff, keep your life together, edit the video, and put it all together. I definitely need more time in the day. That's just my midday complaining, so let's get back to the shop and get to work. All right, take this junk plastic one out. There you go. Good to go. All right, so here we go. Now we're about to install our TF Works adapter kit for the K-Series to the ZF transmission. Now I have a ZF 6-speed, so it's a little fancier than normal 5-speed. On top of that, I have their twin disc clutch, so it's even fancier.
Wow.
I'm kind of excited. This is my first twin disc. It's a little aggressive for some street driving, but definitely has its benefits. I really do honestly like the way that twin discs engage. Some people hate it, but I honestly really like it. So do I need a twin disc? Absolutely not. Am I stoked I got one? Completely. So before we can even get to bolting any of this stuff on, we have to do one more modification before we can glue it all together. And that is notching the transmission for the starter. So we are using a K-Series starter, which I forgot that I didn't have. So RJ drove around, got this for me.
Yay.
So this mounts in the factory K-Series location, which is right here.
Whoa, who would have thought?
And RJ, you got the correct one. Nice one.
Woo! Let's go.
So as you can see, it actually sticks out like 1.5 inches, right? And usually the transmission has a little cover for that. Well, this is a Honda and not the BMW trans, so it's not in there. So we have to cut a little notch into the
Ding
transmission.
ding, surprise, they're not the same.
So yeah, let's make a little template, mark it up, get the cut. Stupid engine spinning on me. Boom. Whoa. You can see it wax right there. It's basically right where that that bolt is.
Come on. Jimmy, you're gonna need something sharper than these scissors.
I saw a lot of people do this online, and there's just, it looks like someone took a hammer to their trans. Whatever.
That was, wow. Ooh.
Oh man,
try.
Not bad.
That's pretty good. You actually, yeah, you may have cut off just a little.
Besides
too
that
much.
stupid little cut right there.
You'll fix it.
A little bit of smoothing out, and it makes things look a little less jagged. All right, so now it is time to install our clutch. And so we're gonna start with the flywheel, of course. This goes just like any other clutch install where we have our flywheel. This actually has a spacer though that houses the pilot bearing. And then we're gonna use OEM Honda flywheel bolts, right? Because you can't beat OEM, so that's right. Love to see that. And of course, I did replace my rear mainsail this morning. It was a pain in the ass. That thing was in there. Sorry. Slip it on. Perfect. It's such a beautiful piece. Look how badass this looks. Like, it's beautiful. It's a little dusty right now, but
It does look really cool.
does that look so badass? This thing's gonna look like this thing's gonna be a race car. Boom. Everything's great.
Everything's fine.
Boom.
How are you holding up over there?
It's a difficult task I'm doing right now.
This thing's crazy. That is so goofy looking.
It's cool though. Looks like you just got the best armor in the game.
So these are a lot less. These are like 24 foot-pounds. This is the fun part. Boom. Look at that, just to make sure it still fits nice and easy. Boom. Nice. So this piece right here, shove this on. Let me take our little retainer clip, which I should put on first. Squeeze that on there. Try not to break that clip. So that's just like that, right? Nice and easy. Get up in there. We'll just put some grease in here. All right, I went a little OD, but because this spends its whole life just going back and forth on this rod. So if you don't grease it up now, every time you push your clutch in, it's gonna go squeak, squeak, squeak. Hate that.
Little jelly in there.
You see here, boys? And then nothing really holds us on, it just... Oh man, this is not the right throw bearing.
Uh-oh.
Oh man. No, we're so close. Oh man.
5 speed?
It must be for a 5-speed. Oh man.
Where did you get that one?
So close. All right, so I guess we have the wrong throw-up bearing. Literally the last piece of the puzzle until this thing can go together and go in the car, but it's okay. As you guys noticed, it wouldn't slip onto the shaft because the inner diameter of this thing is too small. This is a 5-speed throw bearing. I have a 6-speed. I talked to my homeboys down at TF Works. Comes to find out that they had a very small batch where they were actually mixed around, and unfortunately it's not like a completely stock part. It's actually modified to fit with the twin disc clutch, so I can't really just run to the store and get one. They already overnighted me a new one for tomorrow, so I have to say huge thank you to them for that. It was probably very expensive to do that, so thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it, and hopefully it shows up at a reasonable time tomorrow. We can get this thing together and get it in the car. Until then, we shall wait.
The next day.
All right, and we're back with our new throw-up bearing. Had to wait all day for it, but it's here a little bit later than I want, but it made it here today, and that's all that matters. So all we have to do now is take this, and then we just, that's it, ready to go on. You ready to work today, Donnie?
Yeah, let's get this thing in there. I'm ready.
Damn.
Luigi's Mansion in this bitch.
Right there, Steve.
Damn, that thing's still rumbling.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
It clears it.
Ooh, are we in?
That would have been, that's way too smooth, but I think.
There we go. Let me see. There we go. Put that real tight. Not too tight though. All right, so this was kind of a pain in the butt to put on. It was really tight. The adapter plate was really tight to the engine was really tight to the adapter plate, but that is a good thing, right? Since it is adapted, we want to make sure that there is no play between the trans and the engine, because that will lead to big issues in the future with the clutch engagement, with noise and all that issue. So knowing that everything is super tight means it's probably nice and tight on spec too. So goal is to have no problems in the future, right, Ant? No problems.
No problems.
Can't be having that.
Can't be having that.
So engine is on the trans and it is finally ready to go in the car. So boys, you are ready? Come on, get excited for me, please. Let's do this! So it's actually going pretty smooth this time around, but there's one thing I forgot, and that is you have to drop the sway bar, or else the oil pan cannot get around it.
It's a wild gym. In his natural habitat, unscrewing some sort of bolt. The rare sway bar link. Conveniently in the fucking way.
Need to replace those bushings anyways.
Oh shit.
So, there we go, boys. She's in. She's in. Woo! Look at that. She has an engine again. That makes me so happy to see.
Wants,
Oh my God.
take this thing off.
Oh man, I gotta tighten the engine mount and the trans mount, but it's in there. It looks so cool. Give me a second. I'll tighten them up and we'll take the crane off. Oh, this looks good. Ah, feels good seeing like an engine back in this car. It looks pretty dope. I didn't think the red would actually work in here. I'm not keeping it, but it's kind of cool to see it. All right, so the engine is bolted in. Fits good. It actually looks a little more comfortable in the left-hand drive chassis than the right-hand drive chassis. The firewall's like indented right here for the heater hose line, so you actually have way more room behind the head.
So if that leaks, you don't gotta pull the engine now.
Yeah, exactly. And then of course, since the exhaust stuff is on this side, we don't gotta worry about clearing the steering shaft or anything. We have all this room now to fit our downpipe and whatnot, so.
No boosters.
I think it's gonna be a lot more
fitting
of a swap on the left-hand drive chassis, so. I don't want to discourage anyone who has a right-hand drive car, because it's definitely not a big deal, but it's just a little bit nicer in the left-hand drive car for sure. That looks good. I'm so happy about that. Man, I'm so relieved that it's in here.
RJ wants to know what's next.
What's next? Well, literally everything. All right, so it is in, it looks good. The soul feels good to see an engine in my Kooky, right? It hurt to see this thing just sitting as a shell, and now it kind of looks more like a project in motion than just a project, right? Right, Stevie? You get that? Yeah, I think so too. Absolutely. So, what's really nice is we do have a lot of components, so hopefully we can make some quick moves. I have the drive shaft for it already, so we can hook up the drivetrain. All I have to do is steal the diff from the S14 because it has an ABS sensor in it, and we need that for speed pickup.
I think it's such a good parts car.
Stop! Don't call that a parts car, right? And then I have I have the turbo components, the radiator, mostly cooling stuff. We have an intake manifold, whatever. You guys will see in the next couple days. But hopefully, one of the first things I want to get done is try and get the exhaust done, because once the exhaust is done, it's kind of the rest we could just do in here, which is huge. So we actually have a big wedding to go to this weekend. Actually, all of us are going. It's one of our really close homies. So I'm not taking the camera. It's just like a family thing. So I'm trying to film a video like every single day now. So like have a video for you guys every other day. And this video went a little bit longer in today than we wanted, but we got it in here anyways, right? So huge shout again to Toge Factory for overnighting me that part and getting it here in time so we can get this in today. But besides that, I'm gonna end the video now so we could start tomorrow's video today. Yeah.
Yeah, some Back to the Future shit.
Yeah, so for now, you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. And Ant?
Goodbye.